We are here in New York City. We're going to the AES 2023 event, and we're going to see what these new technologies bring. We've just arrived here at the Javits Center, AES New York City. Let's go then. The AES Audio Engineering Society annually puts on a full technology showcase for engineers and producers of the world in New York City, where there are speaker sessions, tutorials, workshops, technical tours, and special events. There are a lot of people, a lot of engineers from all over the world who are registering right now to get into AES 2023. We're going to show you some new technologies in music and audio at this new convention. We'll see you there. The booths that are at AES have the biggest brands in the world. For example, I came across a Neumann room where we could visualize the history of their microphones, meet them on their tour, and of course, hear a sample of immersive audio with their different types of speakers.
Plug-in Alliance is a ear VR monitor, so you can kind of do like a 7.1 or a 9.1 system on like stereo.
It's an immersive mix room, so that you don't have to be in your immersive studio all the time. You can
with headphones
mix your mix on the road, on the plane, somewhere. And yeah, you just monitor over headphones.
And well, walking through the halls of the Javits Center, I came across companies I've used in my career as a producer and engineer, such as Manley, Allen and Heath, Arturia, Eventide, Audio-Technica, Solid State Logic, and even Sony with their new immersive headphone series.
Perfect. This is the same thing, but it has variable impedance. So you can change your impedance of the microphone right here. And it's a high-pass filter. You engage the high-pass filter, it couples with your...
Here come students, industry professionals, and even audio engineering legends like Frank Filippetti, great engineer and forerunner of digital audio. One thing I like is that along the way, you can run into someone who is just learning or is a great engineer, and everyone is there to learn from each other.
A really great way to start getting involved in music production, especially on the go. So you're able to take the iPad with you, get down your ideas, and figure out what type of song you want to create. And then when you're ready, you bring it into the studio, drop it into Pro Tools.
This was cool. This is a really young band, Balu Brigada. You guys familiar with this band? Oh, it's really
Here from the Empire State, we go to the second day of AES at the Javits Center. On the second day, I found new brands like Oraton and Hear Technologies. By the way, I find this hearback monitoring system amazing for musicians. I was also learning in the private talks offered by the event, and you can't record them. Well, third day of AES, but before we got there, we went here to the BH Photo Video to buy some stuff. A market for all music and audio lovers. So, highly recommended. Oh, look who's here, Andrew Skeps. You meet everybody, don't you? Looking for new alternatives for musicians just starting out, I came across the Focusrite Booth, and this is what they had to tell us about their new products.
We have something really cool called Auto Gain. So when you hit this auto button, it's going to listen to the incoming audio and then set the gain appropriately. And then you can hit on Clip Safe. And what Clip Safe does is it's listening to the audio that you're playing, and if you clip or distort, it turns that audio down, so it saves your recording.
We came across an educational bus where they teach you how to record, how to mix, and it looks amazing. Let's see what's inside.
We're a non-profit mobile recording studio. We teach kids how to write and record music, make music videos. So we're on the road 10 months out of the year teaching kids how to write and record music. So we'll bring a group of students on, and in 8 hours produce an original song and music video from scratch. So right now we're standing in the rear studio, which is where we're doing primarily most of our tracking. And we can actually isolate and separate each individual room. So I can take these doors here to get some acoustic isolation as well as visual. So with the flip of a switch, we can go opaque right there. And again, since we're primarily working with high school students, it's a good way to kind of get them out of the fishbowl and give them their own space so they don't have fellow students kind of staring them down. Both studios are running the Mac Studio, both rooms, and those are going through Apogee Symphony Mark IIs. So we've got 16 channels up front, we've got 24 analog and 8 digital back here. We also have 12 channels of the SSL X-Logic Alpha Pre's, which have the VHD, that variable harmonic distortion, just adding some subtle character and color there when needed. Of course, monitoring through the trusty Genelec 8341s. These things are sweet. Can't leave home without them. I mean, really trustworthy speakers here.
We just got off the bus, and it's amazing all the gear they have ready to record, to mix. The whole setup is great. And we asked Izzy if Genelec was a good choice for recording studios.
Yes, I would say that's what we do. That's what we're designed for. Genelec, our motto is that we want to reproduce the audio as it was intended to be heard. And especially when you're mixing music, you want to make sure your music is going to translate no matter where you go. You want to have faith in your monitoring system, and that is what we really believe in and what we're passionate about.
The AES event in New York is supremely important to those of us behind the records, film, radio, and everything related to the industry. I can see why at one of them some 40 years ago, MIDI was launched. Every event is an open door to showcase, learn, teach, and learn about new technologies that will change the future of audio and music, as well as making new connections with brands, producers, and engineers.
I'm Blake with Audio-Technica. So down here, we've got a couple new USB microphones that are coming to market. They're already out in the market, actually. We've got the USB XB and the AT2020 USB X right here. These are kind of a revamped model of the AT2020 that everybody had known and loved. And we decided to make a USB version of it. And we also made a USB version of it with automatic gain control and active noise cancellation. So that's kind of new from us. Another new one on the USB mic that we have here is this AT2040 with the USB output. Has one monitor on it as well. That is essentially the XLR version that we have here, but upgraded with the USB analog to digital converter, so more plug-and-play compatibility for new content creators who want to start making content.
This AES, I thought, showed how software and emulations help quite a bit in music production, new ways of recording, mixing in stereo, and now Dolby Atmos. However, I saw this booth from Scape that I thought was super interesting with emulations of classic compressors and EQs.
We're Scape from Daytona Beach, Florida. We handcraft everything here in the United States, and we basically we're doing recreations of some classic gear that we love, that everybody loves throughout everything. That's just your glue that's going to keep it all together in your mixes at the end. Over here is our EQP. Again, built to spec, and we make sure that we can get all of these built to spec and be affordable for you and everybody else out there. So, like, that's one of the goals too. It's like we're after your rack space, not your wallet.
At the end of the day, I met Chris Lord Alge at the Melodyne booth, and as I say, everybody here learns a little bit from everybody else. That's what AES is all about. Well, that was AES New York City. Excellent event, recommended for everyone here in New York.